It's me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm gonna talk about, you know, well, what are you gonna, what are you gonna talk about? Well, Gizmo, I didn't really think I'd see you on my YouTube fairway again. Well, I don't know why you would think that for. Yeah, but here I am. So here's the thing, Gizmo. You ever sometimes think you ever think that sometimes someone out there might, you know, like you have no run or lead over what someone believes or what someone thinks or what their thought is, but they can't make it true. Well, that's true. There's a lot of folks out there who either like me or they don't like me. There are some folks that liked my two films. There was only two of them. There were some folks out there who liked the read along song disses and some didn't. And there were some out there that liked the film games and some didn't. But at the end of the day, you have no run or lead over what someone says. Yeah, well, Gizmo, what I was talking about now, yeah, you're right. What's this with this oversight? You know, like in the Gremlin film, there's this oversight. Like, all right, like, well, first off, a minute where, oh, you can't get wet, or you'll give birth to other. I really can't, you know. Oh, you can't eat after midnight, which would be mid morning. Uh, you gotta keep away from bright lights, cause that would actually kill you, or whatever. I mean, it's almost like a being that God made, and then Lucifer gave all these health hang-ups. You know, um, yeah, about that oversight, I don't really understand that. You know, the book probably go. The book has more. See, the book would give you more understanding of it. But then again, the film doesn't really. I mean, in the book, it was said that Mogwais were living beings that God had made in another world, and something had gone wrong in that world, and that Lucifer made something go bad in that world, and I was the only one that lived, somehow got to Earth, and then Wing befriended me and took me in as his pet and friend. And well, the film doesn't actually say any of that. The film just cuts that out, like it wasn't needed. It was whatever. But as far as the oversight goes, I guess if a Mogwai, like, that's a borrowed word of some kind, or crafted word that didn't belong to any speech but was newly made. I don't know. It would come off like a being having all these health hang-ups, you know, and that someone would have to truly be answerable if they had one of us to follow all the oversights or they would die. Yeah, it would be like, yeah. I mean, when you think of it, yeah, Gizmo is right. It's like a being having a health, like Lucifer giving a being all these health hang-ups. Oh, well, they're like moles, so they can't handle the sunlight, reason that they can't handle light. They might have something wrong with them and they can't eat anything after mid morning, which that's what midnight is. Um, and as far as getting wet would go and them giving birth to others, I just think it would be like, oh, they can't handle water, like there's some kind of hang up with them. And they could probably die from it. Any one of those things. But the whole thing about them becoming gremlins is just, I don't know. Like, but let's be earnest about the whole thing. Even though, yeah. I guess, man, what I don't understand is that why all the other ones wanted to be bad. like they want, like, I don't want to say they wanted to be, I can't say evil or sinful or wicked or unlawful, because that would mean that gremlins or whatever you want to call them, they had to choose what they were doing. I believe it was more like it was the way they were. But then again, I don't know. I don't know. You know, because I guess I don't know. I never really wanted to be like them. You know, gremlins are like the offshoot of it. And if you read the book, it said that no one knew that a lot of folks didn't follow the oversight, and Lucifer then made these beings become gremlins, and Lucifer had these gremlins bring down that world. But to be honest with you, I think that Gremlins are would well the way that Gremlins does it in the two films is they're more like almost like they know what they're doing, almost like they have free will and they say, yeah, I choose to be bad, I choose to be wrong. No, no, I choose to be evil or wicked or sinful or unlawful. You know, almost like almost like like that was one of the big hang-ups that Lucifer put had the Mogwais had. No one knew about it until it was like too late. Um, but I guess in true life that probably wouldn't happen. You know, Jordan. Yeah, you're right about that, Gizmo. That truly wouldn't happen in true life. You know, if God made a being called a Mogwai, whatever they would end up calling it, yes, Lucifer would give the being a lot of health hang-ups, which that's what it looks like Mogwais or whatever you were called had, health hang-ups. But that would be the end of it. And then it would be like someone saying, "Oh well, did you make sure did you make sure you didn't get your Mogwai wet? You know they don't like that stuff. Make sure you don't eat them after mid morning because you know it's hard for them to hard for their body to work the food through, and shit it out, almost like they had sweetheart sickness or some kind of thing like that, or whatever the grounds would be. Um, they'd be like, "Oh well," it was like, "Well, make sure you." It's like, "Well, make sure you don't put them in sunlight because they're like moles and they can't really see very well." Yeah, it would be something like that. So, yeah. Well, I guess Gizmo, it was good seeing you. It was good talking with you too, and thank you for your take on the whole oversight and stuff. Well, you're welcome. I gotta get going now. Yeah. And only that's gonna make any right in your head. It's only gonna think come out right. Only that's gonna make right. It's gonna be understood, and it's gonna be understood or make some thought if you've seen the two Gremlin films, if you read the two Gremlin books, then what we talking about will be like, yeah, I understand that. But if you never seen the films, never read the books, or never listened to any of the read along song disses that were made back in the day, then you're not going to understand any of it. So that's it. Hope you like this film. On the other side, you can follow me here at Jordan. Well, follow me here at Jordan Long over here, and you can watch my last film over here. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you like this film.